Hello from Florence,
Ciao.
Toscana, Italy. And I'm with the lovely cat.
Hello.
And this is my second time in Florence, and this is also
My
Kat's second time in Florence.
But mine was much longer ago.
Exactly. She's going to show me a place that I haven't checked out the first time. It's a place called
Santa Croce.
So what is Santa Croce?
It's a church cathedral.
Yeah.
And pretty much the entire floor is graves. Wherever you walk is graves. And there's crypts including the tomb of Michelangelo and Galileo.
Galileo. All right.
Never again. I will never do that again.
Interesting art on the walls. I mean, it's the capital of art, so why not? And I think it's at the end of this road. The entrance is here, but we will not be allowed to talk too loud inside, as it is a church. And as you can see, I have put a shirt on because you cannot go in a church in a tank top in Italy. This is why you see those guys selling those how do you call it, scarves and shawls. So it's a thing here.
They enforce it. You don't get an entrance if your shorts are too short, if your skirt is too short, or if your shoulders are not covered.
Yeah.
E dopo potete anche non è che uscire poi
It's because some of the graves are 3D. They're like a bust.
Wow. You can actually see the skulls on the floor. This is awesome, and those are graves of people. This is the cool thing ever. Look at this. Amazing.
Yeah, and they're all done in marble, so that's why they're so soft, because this is centuries of people working all over them before they started to cordon off different areas. So some of them used to be fully like cast like a bust out of the floor.
It's okay to step on them.
If it's not cordoned off, it's fair game.
Okay.
But do so with respect.
Yes. So this is a typical example of one of those graves that you can see here. Is this person maybe some kind of priest?
I would say so. Cardinal, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
But everything's marble, so it's very
Look at this kid with the shield.
He protect.
He protect. Oh, this is really worn out. Many people have stepped on it.
Some of it's even become inverted over the years.
Yeah. It's incredible. Incredible. Wow, all those are graves that people are stepping on.
Mm-hmm. That's why some areas are...
So it's half a graveyard, half a church.
Yeah.
You get the altar over there, which, by the way, has some amazing art on the walls. And the crests each represent aristocracy. I really love the font on this one. Look at this. It's really beautiful. symbol over there. If you know what it is, please tell in the comments. This has to be one of the most spectacular churches I've ever seen. I've seen bigger churches, I've seen cathedrals, I've seen many different things, but just the fact that there's this funeral art everywhere with skulls and crosses, this is quite something. This is actually really cool, love it. More skulls and bones. This is the inventor of Radio Marconi, and he has his own grave in the church because he was that famous. And let's face it, radio was a good invention, I guess. Kind of. And here we have an old CI, like Franco TV would say. And the serpent around. Interesting. More bones. And more skulls. So there's a plaque, of course, to Leonardo da Vinci, but if you know da Vinci's life, he was not buried in Italy, but in France, in a castle in France. So this is just a plaque celebrating his life, the 400th anniversary of his death. This here is the grave of Galileo. Galileo. And you can see Galileo with a round map, a globe on his hand, and this globe is the symbol of him proving that the earth was round, when we all know that it's indeed flat, right? And it's just a conspiracy invented by Freemasons, we all know that. But hey, okay, you have to respect everybody's beliefs, and people believe that the earth is round, so here it is. Oh yeah, he was cremated, well, burned at the stake, if I'm correct. Well, I don't know, not an expert. The earth is flat. I just found a plaque dedicated to As Paolo, which was a pope, As Paolo the 7th. So this was As Paolo the Pope. Another nice skull. This here, ladies and gentlemen, is the grave of Michelangelo with some of his art on top. Very nice. So Michelangelo is currently below as his bones, at least. So which one do you reckon it is? This one or that one?
That one.
That would be that one. This would be Michelangelo.
No. That one.
Oh, so who is this?
I don't know.
Okay, so
He's in the wall.
okay,
That's his body right
he
there.
was walled up. That's the thing. He was walled up.
All of these vaults on the walls, including Galileo, they are in the crypt in the wall.
So it was like Elizabeth Bathory was walled up before he died, and he died there.
Come on.
No?
No.
Okay. Cool story though.
Weird history with Nico.
So this perhaps is the coolest thing to see here, is the grave of Dante Alighieri, who of course wrote the Inferno, classic book, classic literature, very political. It's about mostly what would happen in hell to all these political opponents. But you have this classic statue of Dante on top, which, by the way, Dante is one of the coolest names ever. And here it is, Dante. Yes, we came to Italy to see Dante's grave, thanks to Kat.
You're welcome.
On fait une pause. On part pas de tombe pour le moment.
And this is Black Philip from The Witch, who is buried there. After making the movie, they buried Black Philip here, right next to Machiavelli and Aloisio Caetani Lanzio. And here we have the grave of No. And here we have Rossini, the composer, the barber of Seville.
Or if you're familiar with Looney Tunes, the Rabbit of Seville.
The Rabbit of Seville.
Bugs Bunny.
Not to be... it has no relationship with Jimmy Savile. If you know, you know. This is not the grave of Jimmy Savile. It's Gioacchino Rossini, who wrote The Barber of Seville. And I spotted a very interesting painting on top of this. If you look closely, it's demons. I think it's the temptation of Saint Anthony. So he was a hermit, and he was tempted by the devils in the desert. So this is really cool. I think I've seen this painting in a book on the art of Satan or something. It was called. Look at this roof. Not bad, good size. Oh, I spotted a decapitated soldier on the right. So it's a guy holding the head of a soldier. Interesting. I wonder what the backstory is on this.
He's standing on the neck to make sure of it.
Yeah, he's squeezing the blood out of it. That's striking. It kind of looks orthodox in a way because of the gold, but and it's quite of irony because they have a vault dedicated to Saint Francis of Assisi, which was more about poverty and giving the money back to the poor. And you have these very lush and golden plated icons next to it, so I don't know, it's very, very ambivalent. I don't know how to say it. But that's the Catholic Church for you. The Rinuccini Chapel and the Chapel Medici. Medici. Let's check it out. Wow. Is this the flag of Britain? Is this St. George or not? I don't know. Here we have the cross of Cimabue, really famous depiction of Christ, because it was the first time in the history of art that Christ was represented as a suffering man. And it was a choice made by the Franciscans. They wanted to show that Christ had been suffering for all their sins. So it was saved from a flood, and now it is here, hanging from the ceiling. Oh, this was the dress of Saint Francis of Assisi. So, as I told you, it was all about poverty. It's a simple dress with a simple cord. When you compare it to that, but still it's framed in a gold frame, so again,
Probably after he was canonized.
yeah, probably again we have here the ambiguity of Christianity. Wow. Now I have to say, those paintings, they're impressive. Look at this. There's a lot of naked people in this one. It's a bit, huh. What do you think?
Not very Christian.
Yeah, it's, I mean, it's still a church, and seeing Bob, you're seeing Bobs and the jeans, and I don't know what to think about it. I'm a bit shocked. And the more I look at this painting, the more I think it's a bit weird. There's like weird food fetish going on. They all want to lick or touch his thing or whatever they want to do with it. It's very, very intriguing painting.
This one is the Holy Trinity.
Alright,
So it is the Father, the Son, and the dove represents the Holy Spirit.
alright. And what do the things, what do they represent? Like the hammer
Perhaps this was when he was taken
and the
down from the
pliers.
cross.
Yeah, the pliers, they represent Larry Whittaker taking the nails out.
I would say so.
Yeah,
This looks like he was taken down after his crucifixion.
exactly. More boobs. And more foot fetish, yeah.
Maybe the Medici's liked feet.
Oh, it's the Medici's here. Okay.
Medici Chapel.
Oh, this is the Medici Chapel. Well, you learn a bit of everything every day. Yeah, this is why it's so kinky, it's the Medici Chapel. So I suppose the Medici would sit there and just look at their paintings. and be like, okay, we got to do the same. What is interesting here in this church is that you can actually go outside and there is a garden, or is it a grave? Oh yeah. Wow. Okay, thank you for showing me this.
You're
That was really
welcome.
nice.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and if you're in Florence, you definitely have to see this.
Recommend.
Yes, the Santa Croce Church in Florence, Italy. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again for more videos. Maybe a serial killer museum.
Who knows?
Who knows?